So this is the meditation, Penetrating Illusion, and you can use this meditation at any time, but it is associated primarily with the Yoga Sutras of Pantanjali series, Book 1, Sutra 8. And as always, before you begin the meditation, make sure you're in a quiet place where you will not be interrupted and have something ready to write with afterwards if you need to make notes when the meditation is completed. So let's begin the meditation. And we'll do that by focusing on an area you currently feel confused about or would like more awareness on in your life. And that area could be related to either work, something you're struggling with there that you don't have clarity on, money. It could be a specific relationship with somebody or relationships in general. Maybe it's a habit that needs changing, or an area of personal development, or maybe it's clarity regarding your spiritual calling. Just get a sense to understand what area you want to focus on to penetrate some illusion. When you have that in your mind, I encourage you to say what you are struggling with out loud to yourself here and now. Continue to hold the focus of what it is that you're struggling to get insight with. And then get your mind quiet. Set that aside and simply stand receptive to the light of the self, that peaceful self. The best way to approach this is to act as if you are listening for an answer, listening for that insight. So just enter that attitude of silent listening. stay receptive to that light. And then focus again on the situation you're struggling with. And we're going to go through some questions. And staying within that light, we're going to do our best to answer those questions. And if need be, you can keep your eyes closed if you want through the rest of this meditation until I ask you to open your eyes, and just simply stay within that light and contemplate the following questions regarding the situation you're struggling with. So first, ask yourself, how clearly am I seeing this situation? How clearly am I seeing this? If you're not sure, you can imagine that light clarifying the situation. See that light pouring down and clearing up the clouds, so to speak. Next, ask yourself, how am I being dogmatic or locked into one point of view? Another way to ask this question, is there another perspective you need to see here? Are there assumptions you're making? What is it? Are you attached or stuck to one point of view? Are there other perspectives you need to see? Another question to ask, how much is what I see and believe about this situation really true? Perhaps you only have a partial truth. Perhaps there are more possibilities here you're not considering. Some more questions. Keep that light shining in on your situation. And ask yourself, how would I respond differently if I acted as if my understanding of this situation was limited, and there was in fact a solution or another way of handling this? In other words, assume that your perspective is limited, and that there's another solution, another possibility, another way. What is that way of approaching your situation? Here's another question. Are there ways you are over-exaggerating the problem or problems you are facing? Are your emotions getting in there too much to where it's not only an illusion, it's becoming a glamour because of your emotional depression or anger or jealousy? Is something else getting mixed in there so you're not mentally able to focus? And you're not able to receive that light, which helps you see clearly what's going on instead of exaggerating it. Is it as big as you think? Are you making a mountain out of a molehill? Maybe it's smaller and more easy to handle than you are realizing if your emotions were calmer. Also ask, are there any ways you're being unrealistic about your handling of the situation or the timeline that is required for things to improve? Maybe you're in over your head and you need more people to help you. Maybe you don't have enough patience or perspective of how things should work out. Just contemplate any way you might be unrealistic in regarding approaching what you're struggling with. Related to the previous question, how can you be more open to getting support that can really help you? That support can be on the inner realms in the way of increased light, access from spiritual beings, access to more possibilities of how to solve your problem, or it can be support in the way of resources that you can attract, people that can help. Just keep inquiring, how can you be more open to support? Here's another tricky one. Is pride standing in your way? Sometimes our egos are so attached that we're not willing to open up to new possibilities. We're not willing to reach out for support. Maybe we feel ashamed if we do. Can you set that aside and just invite support in? Maybe you're too attached to your way of doing things or solving things. Can you set that aside? How is pride standing in your way? Now, bring these insights to a close by once again quieting your mind as much as you are able to. Set all these aside. You will remember the insights. You will be able to write them down. You will not forget. They are anchored within your brain. But set it aside for a moment and remind yourself who you really are. You are the peaceful self. You are capable from that peaceful self of generating possibilities, solutions, attracting what you need. And remember that when you remain the peaceful self, you can lift out of illusion, and answers and solutions that you need will come to you. The insights will come to you. Then within that knowledge, simply remember who you are. I've put the word Om, which is the universal primordial sound. You can say that silently or out loud or not at all. And bring this meditation to a close.